Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. In this video, we're going to talk about Chaney Jones and Lauren Piscottia. Now, the reason why we're going to talk about Chaney is because of the lawsuit that Lauren Piscottia filed against Ye. Now, guys, this morning I logged into the site because I wanted to download the 4 pages that were amended, but for some reason the site kicked my ass out. I think that there's so many people accessing the site at the same time, and as such, that's why I was kicked out, because the site that I visited, it was swamped by the Jamaicans this morning because CMR from the Carter family, he has been arrested, and based on the court document that I saw, it says that his arrest was a result of child molestation. No bail has been offered for him as yet, so tomorrow I'm going to check back to see if the court document is updated and what it entails, if you're familiar with the Carter family. Now, as for Lauren Piscottia, you guys remember that she filed a lawsuit against Ye on June 3rd. She went back in on, I think it's October 8th, and amended the lawsuit. So 4 additional pages were added on to the previous suit, right? No, the reason why I want to bring Chaney Jones into this, and I think this is what the media has been doing. Some media outlets, they have been talking about, Chaney Jones and Ye, but some of them do get the photographs mixed up. Some of them have been posting Bianca Censori's Chaney Jones' photo and saying that it's Bianca Censori. I posted it on my community tab, but I realized that a lot of people did not catch up on what I was laughing about, because I was saying, it's so ridiculous that they're talking about Bianca and not know what she looks like. Knowing that Bianca has been with Ye for so long, it was kind of sad to see them, saying that Chaney is Bianca. So I guess you guys will now catch up on what I was saying. Now, why I want to talk about, Chaney Jones, Lauren Piscottia, and all of that is because of that lawsuit. Because when we talk about Ye, people want to say that, oh, y'all need to shut up because y'all don't know Ye. We know him over here. We know Ye pretty good on this channel, and we have been right 99.99% of the times about Ye. When I said that Ye was going to have a listening party, he's coming with a new album, even his top fans, they trolled my ass and say, I don't know what I'm talking about. And now he has been having back-to-back listening parties, okay? I think, they need to give him an award for that, for changing how the music industry goes about releasing album and all of that jazz. Let me know if you guys agree that Ye deserves an award for, encouraging artists who do not want to go through a record label, showing them the way to release an album and bypassing that top man and getting all the money for themselves. No, we know that they're not going to do that because they don't want that to trigger a ripple effect. No. Let's get into this Lauren Piscottia lawsuit, because some people want us to stop talking about it, but we're not going to stop talking about it. Once there's a point, we're going to come with that point and we're going to discuss and highlight it. So let's get into that. Now, the reason why I want to put Chaney in this equation is because if you guys remember that song, Ye wrote for Chaney, Flowers, yes. And he made Chaney Jones a promise. He told her that he was going to get her out of that living condition that she was in, and he's going to ensure that she doesn't go back to OnlyFans and all of that. And he kept his promise. He bought Chaney Jones a beautiful home, got it furnished. He bought her Birkin, he bought her car. And when he was on Drink Champs, and they asked him, is it true that you bought Chaney a house? Did you really buy Chaney a house? He laughed and said, we can't leave these women out here homeless, can we? So it goes to show that Ye is a generous guy. He's not the monster that Lauren Piscottia is painting him to be. But I believe with Lauren, she was, possibly to focus on the material things, and as such, she did not get what the other woman had gotten from Ye, like a Chaney Jones. I think she sees herself as so special that she should be ranked above Chaney, ranked above Bianca. But, what was she doing, to deserve that favor? Besides, according to the discussion of the accountant that was at Yeezy, she was taking disadvantage of Ye's kindness. And we could tell that with Chaney Jones. We're not saying she never took disadvantage of his kindness, but we've never seen it. We've never heard any discussions about that, or we have never heard anything from Chaney Jones. So when you look at, how much he has done for Chaney Jones, and even when he unfollowed her and we didn't like it, he came back to Instagram and he said, sorry, I didn't mean to disrespect anyone, but it's just that Instagram limits the amount of people that you can follow. And he had reached the limit, so he had to unfollow some people in order, so that he could be able to follow anyone that draws inspiration to him. And he made it clear. So I had to bring Chaney Jones back into the equation because this girl, Lauren Piscottia, is leading people astray. People are, believing because we're in the era of lawsuits and exposing disgusting, horrible men. Ye is one of them because he has always been open about having, a sex problem. When someone comes out openly and say, I have a problem, I am addicted to porn, yada, 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 it doesn't mean that they're going to go ahead and take disadvantage of a woman. Kenya Moore has been on date with Ye, and she said, he was there watching adult content, and she was shocked that he was doing that. No, think about it. A man was there watching adult content, and he never took disadvantage of Kenya Moore, because if he did, we know Kenya would have put up a fight, and if she couldn't win that fight, we know that she would have taken legal actions against him. Kenya Moore is nobody's fool. Yes, you may talk about Mark Daly, and yes, but no one is perfect. But at the end of the day, she's no one's fool. So when you really look into the women that have dated Ye, and we've never heard anything horrible coming from these women besides Lauren Piscottia, it really says, it is very much telling about who Lauren Piscottia is, because even now, if Chaney hears the song Flowers, it doesn't matter who she's with, she's gonna dance and she's gonna sing because she knows that man wrote that song for her and it came from a genuine place. And I believe that, Lauren Piscottia knows of this. She knows all that Ye has done for Chaney, and I believe that she sees herself as being better than these women and more deserving. So as such, she's aiming for the stars, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But it's not a decent thing to lie on someone because we're in the era of, just point fingers at a man, say he did something wrong to you, and people are going to automatically believe it. Especially someone like Ye, who is already hated for so many different reasons. I believe that Lauren thinks that when she said those things, people would not have, thought about it and say, hold on a minute, that's not adding up. And as such, I think that she thought that she would have ruined Ye, because as I've said to you guys, she filed a lawsuit in a tactful manner, wherein if she doesn't get what she wants, she will ruin Ye's reputation. And exactly as Ye's accountant had said, she's very dangerous. Someone with those intentions are not an individual that should be working at the company. And I'm happy that the accountant made that call at the time that he or she did. But it's only a pity Ye never listened and follow right through, because after she was terminated, she was still working for the company, without being on the books, because Ye is just a nice guy who wants to help out. And that is what always gets him into trouble. And so Bianca is now tightening up all the loose ends so that people cannot take disadvantage of him as they used to going forward. So I'm just saying, if people really look back into Ye's history of the woman that he has dated, yes, Amber Rose talks about him being controlling, but she has never said that he abused her. She has never said, he had sexually assaulted her. If you look at, Even the models that he has dated, you've never heard any of them saying anything horrible about this man. So Lauren Piscottia is just someone who Ye used to spoil, and that's what happens when you spoil a woman and you just cut them off all of a sudden. But she also needs to understand that sometimes we have to do things not because we want to do them, but because we're faced with decisions that we have to make that we necessarily don't like to make at times. And based on what she's saying, Ye cut off things with Lauren Piscottia when he got dropped from Adidas, and he had a lot going on. So I think that, she should be cognizant of the fact that, yes, you may want that money, but whatever lies you tell on this man, it's going to come back and it's going to bite you in the ass. Now, also, I did a video recently talking about Ye settling with Yeezy staff, and someone said in the comments said Bianca know who her husband is, and that is why she encouraged them to settle, because she knows that he's a horrible person. And that's the thing. When someone puts up a video, there's so many people in the comment section assuming what was said instead of listening what was said, because the lawsuit has absolutely nothing to do with him taking disadvantage of other women or anything like that, as many people were claiming. Definitely not the case. It's all about people saying that, what, we worked some hours, we didn't get the money for it, and we would like to be compensated because we did good work. And he was like, what, your claims are not factual, but let me go ahead and give you what you're asking for. And that is what people need to realize, that no one is perfect. But with Ye, he always tries to do his best at all times. But that is not something many people are gonna take the time out to realize. And some of them know. They know that he's a good guy, but because he has caused, ruffled a few feathers, because he has ruffled a few feathers, some people believe that he's not deserving of grace and forgiveness, but he's a human being. And if you are someone who has a child, let me ask you this. Would you like someone to hold your child hostage to something that he or she had said that they might have remorse about? No, you wouldn't like that for your child. And this is why it is important for us to treat others exactly how we would treat ourselves. So the point of this video is to demonstrate to you guys that Ye is not the one to leave a woman high and dry, leave a woman hanging, to abuse a woman, to take disadvantage of a woman. He is very caring, too caring to the point where people normally take disadvantage of him. And that is what the accountant was scared of. Exactly what is happening now, the accountant saw it and Ye was warned about it, but because he was so much of a nice guy, he really wanted to do right by that girl. So Chaney came in the picture so that you all can remember what he did for Chaney. And if he did that for Chaney, and if there's a video of another woman out here saying, Ye saved her from some guys that, they were hanging out with, who wanted her to take off her top. If Ye saved a woman from that, why would he take disadvantage of another woman? And why would that woman go and work for him years after she claimed he took disadvantage of her? And if you're going to say, oh, but she said she never remember, her friend Nikki Heaton was on the internet telling us what had happened. So if Nikki Heaton was telling John Public what Ye did to Lauren Piscottia, it means Nikki Heaton told Lauren Piscottia what he did to her, and as such she would have known not to go back into that man's radar, not go back under his radar. And if you do, was to catch him in a trap wherein you're going to say, you did this to me a couple years ago, now you're doing it again. But she did not go back to catch him in a trap, because he had to be the one to terminate her. He had to be the one to rescue her from him. Make it make sense. And that's all I have to say about that for this video. Let me know what are your thoughts while you're at it. Give this video a big thumbs up. Share if you care. Stay safe and see you guys later. Bye guys.